In this video, we're going to learn how to work out the compound interest rate. So for number one, Bill starts off by investing 4,000 Rand. In 5 years, the investment is worth 6,400 Rand. Calculate the interest rate. But because they've said compound, we will use the compound formula. And then you just fill in everything that you have. So we know that he would like to have 6,400 Rand. So that's the final amount. The starting amount is 4,000 Rand. The interest rate is, oh no, we don't know the interest rate. That's the unknown in this question. And the number of years is 5. So there's a few interesting steps we're going to have to do with this. So step 1 would be to move the 4,000 to the left hand side by dividing like this. And then what we have on the right is 1 plus I to the power of 5. Now, how do we get rid of that 5? Well, we take the fifth root on the left-hand side, and so that gets rid of this 5 over here. So then what we have is this. And then I usually tell people don't type any of this on the calculator just yet. Let's take the 1 over for now, but don't put the 1 inside the square root because it's not in the square root, or not the square root, but the fifth root. Minus 1 equals I. Now, at this point, you can go type all of that in on the calculator. And just remember not to put the minus 1 inside the root. And then straight away, just type times 100 on your calculator. Because remember, usually when they give us the percentage, we have to divide by 100. But when they're asking us for the percentage, well, then we have to multiply by 100. And if you do that, you're going to get a final answer of 9.86%. So moving on to number 2, it says that an amount of 10,000 Rand grows to 14,000 Rand in 4 years' time. Determine the interest rate. So the final amount is 14,000. The original amount is 10,000. The interest rate we don't know, but the number of years is 4. So can you remember how we did the last one? Well, first step would be to take this 10,000 Rand to the left-hand side, like that. You then need to take the fourth root to get rid of that little exponent of 4. And so what we then have is the 14,000 over the 10,000 equals to 1 plus I. So the next step would be to take the 1 to the left-hand side, like that. And at that point, you could type everything in on the calculator, being careful not to put the minus 1 inside the root. And then as you get the answer on the calculator, just say times 100 straight away. Because remember, we want the percentage, so we have to multiply by 100. And that's going to give you 8.78%.